In the dimly lit streets of medieval towns, the lives of women were often defined by the roles society forced upon them: wives, mothers, or nuns. But beyond the confines of marriage, the convent, and the marketplace, there were stories that remained hidden in the shadows, stories of love, desire, and rebellion. These stories, buried deep in the annals of history, are the untold tales of medieval women whose lives were far more complex and varied than the narrow roles assigned to them. Margaret Wade LaBarge, in her book, A Small Sound of the Trumpet, Women in Medieval Life, offers a glimpse into the daily lives of medieval women, from the noble ladies of the castle to the peasant women of the fields. LaBarge's work reveals that women were not merely passive figures, but active participants in the social, economic, and religious life of the medieval world. She describes how women managed households, ran businesses, and even influenced political decisions, challenging the notion that they were entirely subordinate to men. Shulamith Shahar, in The Fourth Estate, A History of Women in the Middle Ages, delves deeper into the social hierarchy of the time, exploring how women's roles were shaped by their class, religion, and marital status. Shahar's research highlights the diverse experiences of medieval women, from the wealthy and powerful to the poor and marginalized. She discusses how women in different social strata navigated the constraints of their time, sometimes finding ways to assert their independence and agency. Edith Annen's The Medieval Woman provides a broader European perspective, examining the roles of women in various regions and cultures. Annen's work is particularly valuable for its exploration of the early Middle Ages, a period often overlooked in general histories. She discusses how the collapse of the Roman Empire and the rise of feudalism affected women's lives, and how women adapted to these changing conditions. Christiane Klapisch-Zuber's A History of Women in the West, Vol. 2, Silences of the Middle Ages, offers a nuanced look at the lives of women in medieval Europe, focusing on the ways in which women's voices have been silenced in historical records. Klapisch-Zuber's chapter on the early Middle Ages is a crucial addition to the literature, providing insights into the lives of women during a time of great transition. For a more focused look at the early Middle Ages, Lisa M. Biddle's Women in Early Medieval Europe 400 to 1100 is an essential read. Biddle's work is a detailed examination of the lives of women during a period of significant social and political change. She explores the roles of women in the church, the family, and the broader community, revealing the complexities of their experiences. The lives of women in medieval Jewish and Muslim societies are often overlooked in Western historical narratives. Avraham Grossman's Pious and Rebellious, Jewish Women in Medieval Europe, and Yosef Rappaport's Marriage, Money, and Divorce in Medieval Islamic Society provide valuable insights into these communities. Grossman's work reveals the tensions between religious piety and personal autonomy in the lives of Jewish women, while Rappaport's book explores the economic and legal aspects of marriage and divorce in Islamic society, highlighting the ways in which women navigated these institutions. The world of medieval sex work, particularly in France, is a topic that has received significant attention from historians. John W. Baldwin's Masters, Princes, and Merchants, The Social Views of Peter the Chanter and His Circle, includes a detailed discussion of the ecclesiastical restrictions placed on sex workers. Baldwin's work provides a glimpse into the moral and legal debates surrounding sex work in medieval France, revealing the complex relationships between the church, the state, and the people. Moving beyond the medieval period, the discourse around sex work has evolved significantly in modern times. Laura Maria Agustin's Sex at the Margins, Migration, Labor Markets, and the Rescue Industry is a groundbreaking work that challenges many of the assumptions about sex work and sex trafficking. Agustin's research highlights the agency of sex workers and the importance of understanding their experiences in the context of labor markets and migration. Juno Mack and Molly Smith's Revolting Prostitutes, The Fight for Sex Workers' Rights, is a powerful call to action, drawing on the experiences of sex workers to advocate for their rights and dignity. The authors explore the intersections of sex work with labor rights and feminist theory, emphasizing the need for a more nuanced and respectful approach to the issue. While the lives of medieval women were often constrained by the roles assigned to them, the stories of their resilience, creativity, and rebellion are a testament to their strength and determination. The history of medieval women is not just a story of oppression, but also a story of resistance and the quest for freedom. In the realm of medieval masculinity, the picture is equally complex. Men in the Middle Ages were defined by a variety of roles and expectations, from the warrior knights of chivalric romances to the pious monks of the monasteries. Clare A's, Thelma Fenster, and Joanne McNamara's Medieval Masculinities, Regarding Men in the Middle Ages, is a collection of essays that explore the various forms of masculinity in medieval society. The authors discuss how men's identities were shaped by their social status, their roles in the family, and their relationships with other men and women. D.M. Hadley's Masculinity in Medieval Europe provides a broader overview of the subject, examining the cultural and social factors that influenced medieval masculinity. Hadley's work highlights the diversity of male experiences, from the nobility to the peasantry, and the ways in which men negotiated their identities in a world that was often violent and hierarchical. Jacqueline Murray's Conflicted Identities and Multiple Masculinities, Men in the Medieval West, delves into the psychological and emotional dimensions of medieval masculinity. Murray's research reveals the inner conflicts and contradictions that men faced, as they struggled to balance the demands of society with their personal desires and values. Jeffrey Jerome Cohen and Bonnie Wheeler's Becoming Male in the Middle Ages is a collection of essays that explores the process of masculine identity formation in medieval society. The authors discuss how boys became men, and the rituals and experiences that shaped their development. Clark's Between Medieval Men, Male Friendship and Desire in Early Medieval English Literature offers a fascinating look at the relationships between men in the early Middle Ages. Clark's work examines the use and meanings of the term sodomy in the patristic and early medieval periods, revealing the complex and sometimes ambiguous nature of male relationships. Tom Linkinen's Same-Sex Sexuality in Later Medieval English Culture provides a comprehensive overview of the evidence for male same-sex relations in England during the later Middle Ages. Linkinen's research challenges many of the assumptions about medieval attitudes towards same-sex relationships, offering a more nuanced and balanced view of the subject. The lives of men and women in the Middle Ages were shaped by a complex web of social, economic, and cultural factors. Their stories, though often hidden or forgotten, are a testament to the human spirit and the enduring quest for freedom and dignity.